a shortcut to bring a letter for William. After dinner, Dido gets to meet the Ashfords. The mother immediately calls her a slur, and James thinks Dido's repulsive, but Oliver thinks she's intriguing, like an exotic flower. Oliver begins considering courting Dido, sending her smiles whenever he can, but James disapproves. So does his mother, but she quickly changes her mind when she hears that Dido received her father's fortune. After Elizabeth is done entertaining everyone with a song, Oliver asks Dido to play as well. This is new to her because she's never played for guests before, but she manages to impress them all with her skill. Sometime later, an artist is hired to make a portrait of Dido and Elizabeth together. Dido gets upset because she thinks she'll be portrayed in the same way the other black people appear in the house's paintings, so she rushes to complain to William, who is in the middle of a meeting with John. William tells her they'll discuss this later, and asks her to take his books back to the library. While she does so, she gets to hear what John and William are discussing. It turns out John wants to be taken under William's pupillage to be a lawyer, and they're discussing what the law means to them. John thinks the law should provide certainty to those that don't have it, and brings up the case of the Zong ship, which is under trial because they want the insurance company to pay for their drowned slaves. He also expresses his wishes to one day make the laws so the world could be a better place. And when William points out he's just a country boy, John reminds him that William used to lack money too, and he only got to his position thanks to the favors from the other lords. Impressed by this answer, William asks Dido if he should take John as his pupil. Dido refuses to answer, but that's enough for William to accept. Afterward, John thanks Dido for her support since silence speaks louder than 1,000 words, and Dido takes a chance to ask about the Zong case. John explains that the slaves were drowned by the crew themselves, but before he can explain why, Dido is called to dinner. It's then that John notices Dido isn't allowed to eat with the guests and is appalled, but Dido just tells him that this isn't the kind of matter a mere vicar's son should comment on. Later in the evening, Dido looks at herself in the mirror and freaks out at the thought of her own skin. Days pass, and John does well with his apprenticeship under